This had some really interesting quotes at the beginning, and I loved the art style that the filmmakers chose with this. And I think that the art style and the animation of this, it was really, really good. They did a great job. And also that they chose to tell a story without any kind of dialogue to it was really, really great. And it came across well too, because you had empathy for him. You definitely understood what his plight was and kind of loving somebody that much, not being willing to do whatever you had to do to save that person. Yeah, this was really well done.
This was a really interesting concept, and I think it was executed rather well. Great visual storytelling throughout. It's compelling. It's tragic. It's human. It's a bit of natural science and that sort of thing, and it all comes together really well in an interesting way. And I thought the change at the end to what I guess we'll call a more refined or polished animation style was used well. It was effective, and overall, just a really fascinating piece.
I thought this was beautiful and heartbreaking and poetic all at the same time, with exploring, where you're willing to kind of push yourself, what you're willing to sacrifice of yourself for a loved one. Clearly, he's a, scientist of some kind, in trying to, come up with that Hail Mary save to, save somebody that he obviously loves a great deal, and what he's willing to kind of do when he keeps hitting dead ends. And it's clearly something that previous to that situation he was morally against. And, when you're faced with something that, life altering, with like the sickness or the death, or presumed death of, a loved one, you may reevaluate what you're willing to do, and what, you suddenly think is okay and isn't okay. And I think that this film just did such a great job of kind of going through and looking at all of that, and, is in a lot of ways he willing to kind of sell out his soul, sell out, his ideals and things like that, to make this deal, to have a shot, for, his love to survive. And I liked that they kind of played that thought fully through, um, with, what it would actually look like, and then kind of had him coming back to, the reality, as it were, and, him in the hospital just being with his loved one, instead of, chasing the cure. But like I said, I thought it was beautiful and poetic and heartbreaking, all at the same time.
This was such a fun watch. I thought the story and the concept really captures the viewer's attention, and I love how the story really incorporates the animation style. And overall, I thought this film felt very much like the Disney princess films, with the visuals, the animation style, the characters, and the way of and the story and the world building. It was really magnificent. So great job in doing that.